All right, so one of the things that I hate most is the whole like this is dead narrative that marketers like to push out. Email is dead, landing pages are dead, websites are dead. I'm not in the habit of killing things. I don't think things are dead. So, hopefully my title here isn't too clickbaity, but when it comes to squeeze pages in particular, I do think that the squeeze page era is behind us, and I have data to prove it. So we run Google Ads campaigns for clients. We have almost 100 recurring clients. And what we've been able to do over the course of years is begin to identify trends. And the way that people search changes. And you've seen this in your own life, your own experience. Things that were working 2 years ago aren't necessarily working today. And just to give you some context, if you don't mind me being a little arrogant for 7 seconds, I wrote the Beginner's Guide to PPC Landing Pages for Search Engine Journal. I did this in 2014. So I used to be a massive proponent for squeeze pages, and I can tell you back in the day, they used to really work. And what's happening now, what we're starting to see is there's, people are getting a little more clicky. They need a little bit more prompting, and we're seeing longer times to conversion. And I think some of that has to do with the fact that the airwaves are just being saturated to a degree that wasn't true, even 2 or 3 years ago. So on average, and I've got the data here in front of me now, this isn't across all of the Google ecosystem. This is just our campaigns internally. But like I said, we have almost 100 campaigns, and we've had thousands of campaigns roll through our account that can be included in the data set that I'm referencing. So the total number of sessions required to conversion is 2.5, so 2 to 3. And what that means is people need to be on your site 2 to 3 times before they're ready to buy. So just have that number in your mind, 2 to 3 sessions before they're ready to buy. And the total number of pages per session is it's similar. It's almost 3. It's like 2.75. But again, 2 to 3. So they need to go to 2 to 3 pages per session. And they need to have 2 to 3 sessions before they're ready to purchase. What this tells us is squeeze pages aren't aligning with the way that people like to search, to shop, to browse. We're seeing more educated consumers. As a matter of fact, one of the things that we do for a lot of our clients or for a lot of our campaigns is we'll install screen recording software on there. And there's a bunch of them out there. You've seen like True Conversion, Lucky Orange, Hotjar. I like Lucky Orange the best. I think Hotjar might be the most popular, but what I can see when people land on a squeeze page is oftentimes, and I do this, and I bet you do this, is you land on a squeeze page and then you just go to the URL and you delete everything, after the root, and then you go back to the main page. Or if you're on a subdomain, then you delete the subfashion and you go back to the main page. And I think what's happening is consumers are getting more educated. They understand what a squeeze page is and how it works because we've all been sort of duped by them for so long. And they go back to the main site because they want to get to know you. They want to know mission, vision, values. As a matter of fact, I can just adding a layer of complexity to this. The second most trafficked page for the vast majority of our clients is the About page. They want to know, and that's for clients that you wouldn't from the outset really think that the About Us would be that important, but we see a massive amount of traffic going to the About page. As a matter of fact, hop into your analytics. I bet you it's true for you too. So this tells us that people want to see your entire website. They don't want to be funneled into a specific decision. Now, this is specifically true for Google Ads. If you're running Facebook or Instagram, or if you're doing like, sort of low-level list building offers, squeeze pages are, not just, they're probably a prerequisite. If you're selling this thing for like, oh yeah, opt into my list and then you have a $7 upsell, great, use a squeeze page. Help people focus themselves. But if you're doing like high-end lead generation, or if you're doing e-commerce even, but if you're running a campaign and you have a higher-end offer than just trying to sell somebody a little widget, which is most Google Ads campaigns, I recommend against using squeeze pages. I think that squeeze pages are they're restrictive and they increase your bounce rate, and we're not respecting the intelligence of our prospect. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't use a page that's specific to their query, but you just want that page to live on your site. So make sure that your product pages are built out, that your service pages are built out. If you're bidding on a keyword, of course, you want the page that they land on to be contextually appropriate to that word. So I'm not telling you to send all the traffic to your home page, not at all. But have the page a part of your primary site navigation, if at all possible. And even if that's not possible, make sure that your navigation is still readily apparent and give them the opportunity to see, and traverse other digital properties of yours. Consumers will come back. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that in top conversion paths. And inside of analytics, we can see that people will, click on a paid ad, come back direct. Click on a paid ad, go organic. Click on a paid ad, go to a social channel, come back. It's a multifaceted experience. Statistically, it takes 2.5 clicks to catalyze a conversion, which actually aligns with the pages per experience data that I just gave you. So what we want to do is allow people the opportunity to sort of guide their own buying journey and the squeeze page paradigm inhibits that. So hopefully I haven't said anything that offends everybody. I realize that it goes against the grain of the standard marketing narrative. So if you've gone through, whatever training courses, the flavor of the week, they're all going to tell you to build squeeze pages. I can tell you from a data-driven perspective, from a top-tier agency, it's not the way that it's working. We're seeing better results sending people to interior pages on the website, or product-specific pages or service-specific pages, than we are in building out, big squeeze pages. So if you have questions about that, opinions, if you disagree, hit me in the comments. We're creating these videos because we want to help you. We run Google Ads professionally, so if you want a free action plan, reach out. We'll evaluate your entire campaign and let you know what we think we can be doing better for you. The action plan is yours to keep, even if you choose not to hire us. Share this content if you think it's valuable for anybody. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications each time we throw on a video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.